Hi everybody and welcome to my new YouTube channel. My name's Scott and I am a huge horror fan. So the reason I've started this YouTube channel is because I grew up watching horror films like most of my entire life. So whereas a lot of people grew up watching Disney, which I did as well, I used to go to the video shops with my parents and rent things like Friday the 13th, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, that kind of thing. And I really grew up loving horror. And I'll probably get into that more in maybe another video, depending on how this goes. But over recent years, I haven't watched as much horror as I would like to. There's so many films that come out at the cinema or on Netflix that look really interesting, and I just never get around to watching it. So I wanted to start this YouTube channel to give myself a reason to get back into horror and maybe make some friends with people who have the same sort of opinions as me, and really start becoming part of maybe a horror community because I don't really have a lot of friends that are into a lot of horror. I've got a few horror friends, but I want more. And I really just want to get back into my roots and to the horrors that I grew up with. So I used to watch a lot of slashers and 80s, 90s slashers, 70s, things like that. I think my favourite of all time is probably Halloween and Nightmare on Elm Street. They're my favourites. And so that's why I chose this movie for this first reaction that I'm going to do, which came out in 1983, Sleepaway Camp. It's one I've never got around to watching, even though it's always been on my list of things that I need to watch because I love slashers. I love camp slashers like Friday the 13th. And it was just one that I just never got around to. Unfortunately, I know the twist ending. But I don't think that's going to take away from the film, I hope. Because I think like any horror fans don't know much about horror, know the ending before they go into this movie. So yeah, we're going to watch Sleepaway Camp. And I'll hopefully wrap up at the end and let you know what I think of it. Alright. Whoa. That was an intense start. Oh, I'm just excited to get back into like a proper old slasher. It's been so long and I'm already getting a little bit of Friday the 13th vibes from it. Ooh. There's something about Friday the 13th that's just so comforting to me. Like, it sounds so weird because it's horror and I know that. Like how people have films that they watch when they're feeling down or hungover and they always choose like a cartoon or a Disney film. Friday the 13th is one of those for me. There's just something that I feel so comfortable watching. I don't know. Plus, one of my first crushes, Kevin Bacon and the shot of his ass. Kids. Well, that's a tight vest. What part of America is this meant to be? Because the accent is strong and I'm not the best at accents, so I'm not too sure where it's meant to be. Wow, the acting. Watch where you're going. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Why is everyone else not screaming? Oh, I thought it took his head off. So I'm guessing maybe it just kind of broke his neck. Oh, has one of the kids died as well? Maybe? Have they? I'm confused. 8 years later.
We don't want to be late for the bus. Goodness, no. No, that wouldn't do at all. Richard, Angela. Oh, here you are.
She's already getting the do 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 do.
Chips? Why, of course. I believe there's a whole bag.
Oh my god.
I'm almost sure of it. Angela.
She's
Isn't
crazy.
there anything special my little girl would care for? We wouldn't want them to leave without us, now would we? No? No, I'm afraid that wouldn't do.
I love her. I absolutely love her. I love crazy women in horror films, so Like Pamela Voorhees, my idol. One of my idols, definitely.
I believe that I've forgotten something. Now what can it be? Oh, I remember what it is. I knew I would forget. I just kept reminding myself. In fact, I tied a string around my finger so I wouldn't forget. See? And I didn't. You never can be too careful.
What?
Oh.
Tied you?
Well, what is it already?
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, just a moment. I'll be right back.
This woman is certifiable.
Here they are, all filled out and signed by yours truly. Wasn't that nice of me? Why, they're your physicals, of course. We can't go to camp without our physicals now, can we? Just be careful not to tell anyone how you got them. Oh, no, I'm afraid that they wouldn't approve of that at all. Even though they know that I am a doctor.
She's a doctor?
I'll never tell. Oh, you're
Can you imagine?
so
These kids need help.
Take good care of my little girl, Richard. Goodbye, Mom.
Bye, Mom. I mean, this is already quite different to Friday the 13th in that, at least in the first couple of Friday the 13th movies, there was never actually any kids at the camp. It was just like the counsellors just kind of setting up ready for the kids. Shots! Wow, everything's on show.
You know such thing as being too young. You're just too old.
I'm
scared for these kids.
Hey, Rick! Wait till you get a load of Judy. Man, oh man. Yeah? Judy was dead.
Oh my god.
Hey, you'll probably be in the same cabin. There she is. Judy! Yo, Judy!
Oh.
How you doing?
No. How old's she meant to be? Judy's a bitch.
Girls who trouble for boys.
That's bullshit and you know it.
Ricky, I don't have time for your nonsense right now.
Oh.
Excuse me, bitch.
Oh. Yes, Ricky, come on.
By the way, for those of you who don't know, the name is Meg. M-E-G. This here is Susie. You got it? What are you looking at?
Do you know what that Angela kind of looks like? Facially, she kind of has a look of, 11 from Stranger Things? Millie Brown? I think her name is. What's with his super short shorts? Oh, muscles. He must be the
See what I mean?
token hot guy.
Angela, let me tell you have an one of our new campers. Angela, this is Audio, head chef.
Don't leave her alone with him.
Well, hello there, Angela.
You get that Ben, please? As you can see, she isn't very talkative.
Ew, look at him.
No problem. I'll find something she likes. I bet we can find something interesting in the walk-in. You never know what you can find in there.
I hope he dies first.
So, Angela, see anything you like? Maybe I can help you decide. You sure are a sweet-looking little cupcake, Angela. Yeah, I think I got something you're gonna like real good.
Oh my god. Call the police. This is the first death scene, other than the intro. The first kill of the movie. Kill him. Chop his dick off. Yeah. Ooh, ooh. Oh, it's moving. There's an episode of X-Files. I think it's in season 2. Season 2? Season 4. I think it's 2. Well, there's this guy, or there's this like virus type thing that you get like huge boils on your face. They're like this big, and they pulse and they explode. And oh,
I'm afraid I don't carry a sedative strong enough to mask.
You boys want to place a little wager while the game is still closed?
what's the fascination with crop tops? Is it just anything from the 80s? Because I know the guy from Nightmare on Elm Street 2 had, like, I think he had a crop top at one point, and his friend did. Oh, was it called Grady? Maybe. That was a very, very gay film. Oh,
Listen, Angela, let's say, me and you go for a little walk.
that lean.
Talk about tonight, huh?
He looks about 30. Leave her alone. Well, that's a choice of a hat.
Angela, how come you're so fucked up?
Hey,
Dick-face, leave her alone.
Ricky.
What are you gonna do about it?
Me and Ricky, we go back a long time. We've been best friends for 3 years already. We always seem to get into trouble together. Last year we hung the girl's panties on the flagpole.
He seems like a nice kid.
Sorry.
Oh,
We got caught anyway.
she almost smiled.
Oh, good night, Angela.
Oh, he seems really nice.
Good night.
My heart. It's not going to end well, I can tell. What's wrong with you, cow? She just swam away. Hey, Barbary Bob. Hey, Barbary Bob.
I bet the rest of the boys will be interested in seeing you. Hey, Kenny, you scared all the chicks away. That's Kenny.
Strong.
Stand here and pick up something. That cheap son of a...
Eee. It's a lot of damage to his clothes. So I wonder what happened to him. Whether he was meant to be eaten by some fish, maybe? There's a lot of blood and damage to his clothes when it looked like he was just drowned.
As far as I can tell.
Hey, bap-a-wee bap. Hey, bap-a-doo bap. Hey, bap-a-wee bap. Hey, bap-a-doo bap.
Hiya, Angela. How's it going?
Oh,
Okay,
You want to go to the movie in the rec hall tonight?
oh.
I thought we had to go.
What is her fucking problem, Judy? You got a t-shirt with your own name on. Cow. Holding hands.
Mind if I walk you back to your bunk?
I guess so.
Oh, he's charming.
Give me a break, will ya? Stop acting so stuck up.
Yeah, Ricky, tell him.
All those good times we had last summer. What do you say, huh?
Ricky, man, you can do better. You can do better than Judy. Judy, Judy, bo booty, banana, fana, fo foodie, beef, mama, moody. Judy. Lana.
I hope you're not mad I did that.
I'm not mad. I did it, Glenn.
Can I have another one?
Oh,
You know, another good night kiss.
tongue him.
I have to go now. I just didn't think she was your type.
Yeah, bitch. She's like the camp slag, isn't she, really?
Surprise!
Who are you? Well, well.
I don't know why I'm getting invested, because I know how this ends.
Oh, sorry.
I hope she gets killed by the end of this movie.
Here comes.
God damn it! Answer me, Angela! Answer me!
Fucking hell.
Answer me! What the hell's going on? Let's not forget to thank Angela for getting Meg in trouble. I didn't do anything. You never do shit.
A pillow.
How come you never take showers when the rest of us do?
We like short shorts. We like short shorts. How is this camp not closed yet? One of the students has died. Students? Camp. People.
I'm gonna throw the whole bunch of you out of here. And don't think I don't mean it.
I mean, I don't know when this film came out. Obviously, they're not revealing who the killer is. To me, it's fairly obvious, but maybe because I know who it is. But I'm guessing, at least as the films was when it was released, they're meant to think it's between Angela and Ricky. Because obviously when we saw them under the boat from behind, it was just dark hair. I sense the death coming along. It just really does give me Friday the 13th vibes, just with the killer always being off screen. And just these like little musical cues and things. I'm really enjoying it actually. It's a bee's nest. Ooh. Ew, wipe your ass. I mean, I hate insects, especially like wasps and bees and stuff, so I wouldn't want to go this way. Right, 2 kids have died now. Maybe in accidents, drowning, bees, stings. But how is it still open? Why are the police not there?
Where we go?
To the lake.
There's music. Ah, ah.
No, don't. Come on, Angela. I'm not doing anything.
Alright. She said no. You were doing so well up to this point. Oh? So they were the guys from the... Right, okay. So the dad was gay. Oh. Okay. Come on, you were the good guy.
Angela? Angela?
Oh,
Go. I don't know why you keep bothering me.
I bet Judy will let you get tits out.
Small.
The way it was going at the beginning of the movie, I thought the mum would be in it more. Maybe she had a few lines. I mean, they were iconic. But I just thought she was going to be a bigger part of this movie. Oi!
Was it?
I guess. Angela! Angela!
Hey, where are you going?
I don't...
You're a scumbag, Judy. You know that?
Fuck you, Ricky.
Fucking Ricky.
He's really no big deal. I mean, he's okay for you.
Punch her in the tit. Why is no one doing anything? Why aren't you doing anything?
What are you doing?
It's like all those other times. You get to the trouble, you run to arrest you and try to take care of everybody. How are you gonna do it this time? Another drowning or
Get off him.
What are you talking about?
If you thought you killed him, you're not doing much about it. The look on her face then.
I was thinking. Remember that dinner you promised me? Over your place?
Yeah. 9:30.
You got it. See you then.
Is everyone in this film a perv?
So happy.
Got me a date?
What's she up to?
With who?
Maybe she wants his money. Not that he... I don't know if he has any money. Maybe she does fancy him, but I don't know. It just feels like she's up to something. You're not going to get much soap. I'm just going... There's no soap on you. Say, right. I'm glad she's dead because she's awful. But I wanted to know what she was up to because that storyline came out of nowhere. So I kind of was interested to see what plan she had, what the point of it was. But I'm not going to lose sleep over it. She's dead, so.
I didn't mean what I said about you. I was just pissed off.
Oh, here she comes. With a different boy in her arms. Shock.
I really hate that girl.
Me too. Is he the only adult there? Because you shouldn't be leaving those kids alone. I hope none of these kids die because they seem... Oh no, they're not. I don't know. None of them have been particularly supportive of what's happening to Angela. They're not bad kids. Oh no, all the kids are dead.
Do you have to kiss so wet?
That was a really awkward kiss. What was the logistics of her body coming out of that then? Alright, monologue, just don't do something if you're that convinced. But literally she was... Let me just pause this for a second. She was presumably dead on the floor because she'd been stabbed through the back and cut down. But then the body came out like that. Like, I know anyone that watches a lot of horror, you know, the killer... Not the killer. The final girl has like what the Dead Meat channel calls the final girl circuit, where she runs around and all the bodies fall out. Obviously, this is not what's happening here, but and the bodies all seem to fall out in like ways that don't make any sort of sense. But that was just moving on. Let's move on because I don't think I'm going to get an answer to how that happened. Killer. That made me jump. Oh. You weren't hit that hard. Chill out, princess. Nice little touch. The burn on the pillow. Nice shot. That scream. I don't want to know where he put that. Maybe in the stomach, maybe somewhere else. What is it? What is it? Am I being blind? Is it someone's body? Pause. Oh no, all the kids are dead. I didn't think they'd get killed. I really didn't. I'm in shock that they killed off a bunch of kids. Like young kids. Jeez. His slaps are nothing on Pamela's slaps. Oh my god. He's beating this kid up. I think it's time for you to go, mate. Bye bye.
It can't be you. It can't be. It can't be.
Shot. That's some bullseye archery skills. It can't be you. It can't be.
All right, great. Now I suggest you send them all back
Oh, they finally called the police.
Everyone stays inside.
Golf clap. I don't want this guy to die. I really don't, but I didn't want the kids to die and they did.
Let's go swimming.
Now? What about our clothes?
Take them off.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. 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 Oh.
He's alive.
I thought for a second he might have killed him. I like Ricky. No one's gonna miss her. So where did all the blood go? Because she was bleeding. She would have bled a lot out of her back and just turned the shower off. Angela, my name is Angela. Hey, hello. Welcome to my very own show.
It's Angela. Angela, are you alright?
Angela, are you okay?
But she killed him.
Angela, can you hear me?
Oh,
Going to enjoy living with us so much.
this is the mum.
As a welcome home present, I bought you such wonderful new clothes. You see, I've always wanted a little girl. But of course, when my husband left... Oh, well, that's all water under the bridge, as I always say. Water under the bridge. But absolutely not. A little girl would be so much nicer, don't you think so, Angela? Angela. Such a lovely name. Why, I believe it means angel. Why, yes, I'm sure it does. I know you're going to like that name. Won't you, Peter?
Took his head off.
God, she's a boy.
Okay, guys, that was Sleepaway Camp, which is my first reaction on this channel. Overall, I actually really enjoyed it. It was a really fun movie. It hit a lot of the same kind of cliche points that I think a lot of slasher films do. So, just kind of the bad person gets killed off, and then people slowly get killed off until the killer's revealed. But it was definitely unusual in the sense that there was no final girl. There's no one... I guess you root for Angela throughout the movie because she's the one that bad thing's happening to, but there's no one like it. There's no Alice from Friday the 13th. There's no Nancy or Laurie Strode. There's no one person that you root for who then ends up kind of going and tackling the killer and doing the final go run where they find all the bodies and then stop the killer. The film just kind of ends when we find out who the killer is, and that's it, which was unusual. It was bold and I liked it. I mean, it was a shame that I knew that Angela was a boy and I knew she was the killer of the movie, so that kind of maybe would have made the twist a lot more impactful, but it's still quite shocking to see her stood there completely naked as a boy, genitals out and everything. But what really shocked me is that she killed, what's his name, Paul? I don't know. I can't remember what his name was. But whoever he was, I kind of rooted through him through the movie. I was hoping he would get the girl in the end. Obviously, I knew he wouldn't. But in terms of the characters that we were presented with, he's the one that I kind of rooted for. And he got beheaded. And it looks like maybe she was like really crazy at the end. It was weird. It's like the weird growling noises that she was doing. Not really sure what that's about. But overall, the cast of characters that were there were quite fun. There was the slutty one, and there was the bitchy one, although they were kind of one and the same in this movie. There was bully guys, there was jockey guys, there was jokers, adults that were really irresponsible, kind of the typical cast that you would meet in that kind of film. But it was still fun, it was enjoyable, the kills were good. I'd say my favourite kill of the movie is probably maybe Meg's, because that was probably the most kind of brutal of the movie. We actually saw it happen, and it was quite graphic. But in terms of who I was glad died, I'm mostly glad that pedo guy at the beginning died. He was... But I'm not sure how to wrap these films up, because I'm not a film reviewer, and this is the first one I've ever done. But overall, the film was really good. I'd probably give it a rating of B. It's not the best horror film I've ever seen, but I actually really enjoyed it, and it gave me that kind of like easy watch, warm feeling that a lot of the old slashers do, where it's not intense watching, it's not something that's gonna like really disturb you or scare you, but it's fun and it's easy to watch and you have a laugh, and it's kind of like what I always call a popcorn movie. So it's a film that you can put on when you just want something mindless to put on. You can eat your popcorn, you can have a pizza and a couple of drinks, and you can have a laugh with your mates while you watch it. And it was definitely one of those kind of movies, and it was really fun, and I really enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about Sleepaway Camp. I know there's more in the franchise, but I don't really know much about any of the other ones, so let me know if they're worth watching. And if anybody watches this video, maybe nobody does, give me some suggestions of more films to watch. I have seen a lot of horror movies over the years, but there's a lot I haven't seen, so there might be some that you want to maybe see a reaction of from me, if you like my reaction, that I've already seen, and I'll let you know. But as this is the first video, I don't know if anyone's actually ever going to watch it, so we'll just see what happens. Please leave me a comment if you liked it, and let me know what you liked. I apologise for the quality of the video. I know it's pretty poor, because I don't have a camera at the moment, so I'm just recording on the camera that's on my Mac. Or maybe it's because I'm recording in quite a dark space, but I like to watch horror movies in quite a low lighting environment. Like, all I've got on is the lights that you can see behind me, and then like some little lights over in the corner. So it's not a great deal of light in the room. But when I watch horror movies, I try and keep the light as low as possible to kind of set the scene. And it's something that my boyfriend mentions quite a lot. When I try and make him watch a horror movie, he says, like, can we put some lights on, please? Either because he's too scared, or because I watch things as dark as possible. So in an ideal environment, I'd have no lights on whatsoever. But I know for recording, that's not suitable. So maybe that's something I have to look into in the future to see how I can improve the quality of the video. And if this channel does get any sort of viewership, I will look into getting a camera so we can do like a proper HD reaction, and we can look into doing something a bit better. But yeah, let me know if you liked it, if you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.